So you right here. Let's go. Blaze? Blaze is my newest Marine. Now because I can't just give him a rifle and a uniform and say, hey, go make yourself a Marine, right? I have to train him, give him the proper gear, and I have to feed him. So Blaze, one of the first things you're going to get is a new hat. Show you for the one you got on. Yep. Put it on. Now, because of the Marines, he's going to run around, crawl through mud and over walls. He can't carry everything I give him in his hands. So he's going to need pockets. One through here. One through. There you go. Dust in the front like this. There you go. Now, because I may give him more items than he can carry than just that, he's going to need more pockets, right? I've got him. More pockets. About the looks of it, he's about 60, 70 pounds. This weighs about 40 pounds. One through here. One through here. All right. Ready? There you go. Now let the girls get you. This is not a purse, okay? There you go. One through here. We're also going to need one of these. Just going to need this. Please. Now, have you had a chance for breakfast today? Yeah? All right, perfect. I got you covered lunch. And here's something to cook. There you have it, your basic fighting equipment of the United States Marine Riflemen during World War II. And because the Marine Corps is so big on their physical fitness, while we talk about all these items, is you get down on the sidewalk and start running laps around the combat center. Seriously? We won't make you do that today. Seriously, let's talk about some of these items. One of the first items I've given them, this is the U.S. Army Field Ration, otherwise known as the K ration. This is something we design to feed our troops with. It's small, lightweight, and cheap to produce, and we can produce these in the millions. The idea was that if we could feed one or two of these K rations a day to our troops, hopefully we could supplement that with at least one hot meal a day. In reality, our troops are going to be eating these K rations for weeks on end. That's all we can get to them. Here's an idea of the contents. One package of assorted biscuits, one package of lemon juice powder, one can pork of lunch and meat, one D ration chocolate bar, made mainly of wax, 4 cups of sugar, 1 stick of chewing gum. Now, can anyone tell me what the secret weapon is? It's chewing gum. Heard that. Why? Because here in the United States, we love chewing gum, so we decided to put our rations for our troops going overseas. What that did is that gave our guys something that they could chew on to keep their mouths from getting dry. Also, when it's late at night and they're trying to stay awake, it's going to help them out because it's loaded with sugar. I've given him something to cook with. This is his mess kit. His mess kit is what he's going to use to mix up his K ration in. When he does finally get that hot meal, it comes apart and becomes a serving tray. Also, he has eating utensils inside, and he's going to keep this in his pack wherever he goes. This item I've given him is a U.S. Navy flotation device. It can be inflated by either breathing into the tube or with CO2. The design of the flotation device was to keep our boys afloat in case one of them falls overboard. But if the Marine is completely loaded down with all of his gear, and he falls overboard, do you really think this will keep him afloat? Believe it or not, it will. But if the Marine is completely loaded down with all of his gear, and he wears the flotation device around his waist, the Marine will then float upside down. So we're going to teach him to lay it out like a log and dog paddle to the beach. This time I've given him a hard time about. This is not a purse. This is actually your U.S. gas mask. Because the Japanese really didn't buy into the Geneva Convention after the First World War, we didn't know if they were going to use poison gases on our Marines when they landed on those beaches. So we decided to arm every Marine and every soldier with one. So our Marines found out that there was no poison gas. They'd either discard the mask along with the bag, or they'd only discard the mask and use the bag for holding more ammo or any other items you may need in the field. You'll notice I've given him warning training rifle. The reason I've given him that is because, plainly put, when the war first started and we were bringing thousands of people in off the streets to make them Marines and soldiers, we did not have enough weapons to use. So a toy company came to our aid. Said they could make us a facsimile of a rifle. meaning we can use this to start his training. Although he cannot shoot this weapon, I can teach him his manual of arms, how to aim down his sights, trigger squeeze, and the basic functioning of a bolt-action rifle. By the end of boot camp, he'll be able to shoot a man-sized target at 500 yards with a real rifle. What you're looking at is the new Marine Corps pack system, otherwise known as the M41 pack system. The M41 pack system contains an upper and lower pack. In the upper pack, you're going to find the more K rations, his mess kit, extra socks and underwear, letters from home, and any other personal items he may want. In the lower pack, you're going to find a complete another set of his green and herringbone twill uniform, or dungarees, and that's what we're going to fight the Second World War in. Also in the lower pack, you're going to find another pair of boots. The Marines call their boondockers. The camouflage item you see strapped around the pack is his shelter hat. He's going to carry half, and I'm going to carry half. When we get to where we need to camp out, we're going to button them together and make a pop tent. Small shoulder you see on the back of the pack is called an entrenching tool, or E-tool for short. Now, can you reach over your shoulder and get that for me? That's not going to work too well, is it? So, we're going to rely on the buddy system for this. When we get to where we need to dig that foxhole, we're going to stop. I'm going to reach up to his pack, grab his E-tool. One second. Or not. Now I'm going to start digging that foxhole while he covers me with his rifle. When I get tired, we'll switch off. I'll guard him with my rifle while he digs the rest of that foxhole. Buddy system. Drop your pack. There you go. What you're looking at is your basic fighting equipment of your United States Marine Rifleman during World War II. Let's talk a little bit about his helmet. In World War I, the United States had the flat hat, or the Kelly helmet it was probably called. World War II, the United States designed the M1 helmet. The United States was the only country to design a helmet that has a two-piece helmet system. Meaning he can take that helmet apart, leave that light liner in his head to keep the sun and the rain off, and leaves that heavy steel pot off to the side. When he needs to, he can put that helmet back together, go to work. The M1 helmet comes further down on the sides and in the rear to protect the ears and the back of the neck. It protects from fragments and falling debris, but it does not stop bullets. If the bullet enters here, it's exiting through here. Or the Marines having a particular bad day at work, the bullet went in here, bounce around, spin a couple times, and come out somewhere else. Does not stop bullets. But on a good hand for him, if he loses his entrenching tool, this becomes his new shovel. He can wash in it. He can bathe in it. He can cook in it. He can drain foxholes with it. For some of our boys that have never been on a troop transport ship coming overseas, this becomes your emergency evacuation device. You know what I mean? Be sure to take that line out first. And when it's a bad idea to get out of your foxhole at night, this becomes his porter job. He's going to scoop some sand and dirt in there, do his business, set it down some of his foxhole. If the enemy does attack that night, he's going to get that part back to the enemy, put the helmet back together, go to work. There's your M1 helmet system. What you have left is his load-bearing equipment, otherwise known as the 782 gear or deuce gear. The American equipment is made of canvas, heavy canvas, not loaded like many of our enemies. And the chocolate loader is going to do several things. First, it's going to get wet and stretch. Then it's going to dry and crack. Then it's going to rot. Our canvas is going to hold up pretty well in the South Pacific, and it's cheap to produce, so we can make a lot of it. Around his waist is a tin-pocket ammunition belt. Same ones like what we used in the First World War that hold various amounts of ammunition depending on what weapon they had. Across the shoulders are the suspenders. The suspenders were designed to take the weight off the hips and put them on the shoulders. They're also designed to keep the pack together. Unfortunately, most Marines and soldiers would either discard them or leave them on the pack because they tend to become tangled or fall off. On his side, you see a small canteen. This canteen only holds about a quart of water and was supposed to last one troop a day in combat. In reality, that canteen is only going to last you about 20 minutes in combat, so most Marines and soldiers would add a second or a third. It's in a carrier that's not well insulated, so if it's 100 degrees out here, it's going to be 120 in that canteen. But we're going to learn to like it because that's all we've got. This pouch, this is the one item we're not going to use a buddy system with. The reason why is because this is our first aid pouch. What happens? We hit the beach, and I'm wounded. And he uses his first aid pouch to bandage me up, and then he goes on down the road and gets hit. He doesn't have it anymore. So we're going to make sure to keep that pouch to ourselves. But if we have to use our own bandage to save our buddy's life, make no mistake, we will. There you have your basic fighting equipment of the United States Marine Riflemen during World War II. Now there's one other item he's going to need to carry on in the next phase of training. He's going to need a set of identity discs, or as we call them, our dog tags. They belong to you now. Other you can get anything on you want. Give him a hand, folks. He's been great. Now you may recall me saying, before Marine graduates from boot camp, they will be able to shoot a man-sized target at 500 yards. This is rifle they're training with. Well, the Western Marine Command is going to use at the beginning of the war is this Springfield 1903 rifle. The rifle goes dead from the First World War, 1903, year of adoption. Springfield is 43.9 inches long, weighs 8.5 pounds. It's a 5-round bolt-action repeater rifle. Same ones like what the Japanese using, but we think ours is a little bit better. Springfield is fed with a 5-round stripper clip that holds a powerful 30-06 round. 30-06 simply means it's a 30 caliber round designed in 1906. When the bolt is pulled to the rear, the stripper clip is then inserted from the top. The rounds are then pressed down into the chamber, and the stripper clip is then discarded. The bolt is then sent home and locked and is now ready to fire. Because the rifle is now inherently dangerous in this condition, there's also a safety located on the back of the bolt. The first position reads safe, meaning I cannot open my bolt to load rounds in, nor can I pull the trigger to fire off a round. Second position is combat safety, that's staying straight up. In this condition, if I trip and fall, I can't shoot my buddy in the back. I can load rounds into my rifle, but I cannot fire it. Last position reads ready, meaning I can load my rifle and I can fire my rifle so I cycle through all my ammunition. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now demonstrate the Springfield 1903 rifle. Please put your ear protection in. You'll notice when I fire my last round, I cannot close the bolt. There's a bolt hold-open system that's saying, hey, stupid, reload. The Springfield 1903 rifle was a great rifle and served with our troops throughout World War II. But to fight and win the Second World War, we're going to need a lot more modern weapons. Ladies and gentlemen, Springfield 1903 rifle.